So here we have a Civic behind me. Today we're going to be doing the turbo inlet on it. I've installed it before. I've worked on this car before. Last time he was there, I think he did Lawrence Springs. I'm going to walk you guys through how to install the PRL turbo inlet. He has a street MAF housing. Remember, when you order these, you want to pick out which MAF housing you have, whether it's a street or race. There is a difference. This hose right here. Everybody says there's always a pain in the ass to get to, and most of them are. But all you need is a 12, a 3-inch socket, and a ratchet. And even though I might make it look easy because I've done a whole bunch of these, I kind of have muscle memory of where the bolts are. The first time you do it, you will motherfuck this because the bolts are in kind of weird places. But after a while, it's kind of like been there, done that. Raph, you were just talking about how easy this is. My hands is getting tired. So the only thing you have to start with from the factory one is the factory blowout valve. These blowout valves are good up until like 30, 35 PSI. There's no need to upgrade them. If you're after turbo noises, obviously the turbo inlet will help, but before that you want to get a PRL cold air intake. That will make all the noises you want. For me, the best sounding intake and the most noise you'll get is out of a PRL. That's my personal preference. Some people will tell you otherwise, but PRL makes good products. They do a lot of research and development. So, and this will also change the noise of the turbo, especially if you have a big turbo. So they also provide you with these lines. You don't need a clamp on them or zip ties because they're hard enough to get in. So also they provide you with 2 new seals, and they give you 1 extra long bolt that you replace the factory one with for this bolt right here, as you can see. And then now I always start with just putting this in. Good thing about this, because it's all broken up into 3 pieces, it goes in very easy compared to taking out the factory one. Even though you're probably about to watch me struggle putting this in. And there is a stud that helps you guide it in. So, at the bottom here, and then this, if you read the directions, they tell you to bend this outward. I just haven't done it yet, but I always like starting all the bolts before I bend anything, so I can see exactly where it's gonna sit. Oh. That's why. I still gotta bend this. These are pretty easy to put on. Fitment wise, of course, you gotta bend these lines. There's no need to put zip tie on these lines. I couldn't really get a tape in there to cover these up, but in the instructions they tell you to take off the bracket, and then they provide you with this little zip tie. I had to resolder this because whoever had resoldered, he was in an accident, so whoever resoldered this wastegate, I didn't like how they did it, so I pretty much redid the wiring, so it was all, because it was real bulky. So there we go. And then of course, if you come over here, you can see the stock blow-off valve again with the vacuum hose to it. You had to bend these lines a little bit outward to get the PRL turbo inlet side to actually fit. You got the PRL on the structures too. I mean, it's a pretty smooth install, pretty well. I will say this, in the 27 wand one, I like the PRL one better because it breaks up into 3, so it's easier to put in, where the 27 wand is just one huge piece. This one's easier to put in. And then fitment wise, I mean, they're kind of the same with fitment. You're trying to fit a lot more piping, size diameter, and it's already kind of cramped and small in here.
Say piping again?
Piping. Peter, pipe up, me stop. But yeah, so this is pretty much done. Now I'm gonna go take it for a drive, make sure everything is fine, and give the customer back his car.